we were revising the first part of this topic, the history of money. We have revised the main vocabulary.
Yeah.
Then we got through the first and the second text only. This one, the first one, and the second one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Muhammad, do you mind if we try these two texts again? The first one with you and the second one with Abdullah?
Yeah.
Okay, you can start, Muhammad.
What make money valuable if you think about it a dollar bill? Only a piece of a paper you cannot eat, wear, or live in a dollar bill. So why do people want it? Think about the proverb. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is considered valuable because it is hard to get it.
Yes, bartering, like changing. Go on. Imagine.
Imagine you are a goat herder visiting a marketplace in China in 1200 BC. The machine is being sold. Around you range from cattle to tools. Suppose you need to purchase a piece of a roof. How will you pay for it? The goat you own on your sole source of income, so you will not wait teacher. Want to a goat for the rope. The goat is too valuable. Instead, you might trade the goat milk of the rope. The system of economics is called bartering. But what if the rope merchant does not want goat milk?
So in this text, we have two main information. The first main information that why is the money is valuable? Because it's hard to get, right?
Get it. Yeah.
Yes. And the second main information here, Ya Abdullah, that all the people in the past year, or in the past years, they will only have goats because they were only a goat herder, like this man. Can you see it,
Yeah.
Abdullah? Abdullah?
Hi, teacher.
Okay, you can keep your microphone opened, okay? Don't close it. Because there are not many people here. All the people, as I mentioned, Abdullah, all the people, okay, in the past years, they were only have one work, or the most common work for them, like it was a goat herder. This man, and he has some goats like this. So there was no money. And if you want to get anything from any merchant or anyone who buys something, you can only get some milk from one of these goats and change the milk with this man. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Great. So in the first beginning, in the past years, we don't have money. We have only kind of bartering, like changing milk with what you need. If you need, for example, here the rope from the merchant, he will take this rope instead of some milk. But he gives us here a very important question. What's if I want to get the rope from the merchant, and when I give him some milk, he said, no, I have enough milk. I don't need your milk. What will you do? How could you buy this rope? The answer will be in the second text with Abdullah, early currency, like early kind of money.
Teacher.
Okay, Abdullah. Can you start reading here the early currency?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay.
No need to cry. Cry, teacher.
Yes. To cry.
To cry over spilt milk. Likely you sold some goat milk uh, uh, re- early,
Earlier.
earlier
Yes.
in the day in exchange of 10 cowrie shells, the first system of currency in China. You
Yes.
hand for
Can we stop here
cowrie
for a
shells.
second?
Yeah,
Can we stop here for a second?
yeah,
So the first kind of currency, and we know all that currency means money, right?
yeah.
So the first kind of currency now appeared in which country?
China,
China, and its name was
cowrie
Kauri.
shell.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, you can complete your hand
Uh, wait.
here.
You hand
You hand.
2 cowrie shells to the raw merchant and put the rest in your pocket. This is a much easier way to buy and sell things. Cowrie shells are lightweight, durable, and easier to take with you than a goat. The idea of currency is catching on around the world in Thailand, India, and Africa. You,
Excellent. So after China, when they invented the first kind of money, which
yeah,
was the cowrie shell, it appears some kind of money or some kind of money appeared in another country. These
yeah.
countries were Thailand, India, and Africa. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay, move on. We decide to.
You decide to save your extra shells until until you have enough to invest in another goat. You will be spending cowrie shell cowrie the with the expectation that
Yes,
another goat will pay off
pay.
later.
Mhm.
Since you
Since.
since you can drink or sell the milk it products, taking this type of business risky risk makes you an entrepreneur.
Yeah, entrepreneur. And entrepreneur, as we said, means what?
Like businessman.
Excellent, يا عبد الإله. Businessman, yes. So when any one of the people at this time change milk and with cowrie shells and spend some cowrie shells to buy another goat and do this process again and again and again, spend money or change milk with cowrie shells, then keep the cowrie shells with him. When the cowrie shells in a large amount, he's starting to or he starts to buy a new goat. This kind of business makes this man as an entrepreneur. He will be a businessman. He is buying and selling. He is buying and selling. He is buying and selling. So this kind of process is called business, and this man will be called an entrepreneur or a businessman. Excellent. So let me move to the three simple questions I have discussed with Muhammad Faris yesterday on these two texts. And I think we have discussed them while reading, Abd Ilah. Like when I say, what was the first currency in China? It was,
Easy يا بطل إله.
yeah, I know. Abd Ilah, you still there?
The first currency. See him the picture. The picture.
Okay, hard. I'm just, he's muted. I don't know why.
Yeah, it is muted.
Yes, I'm trying to unmute him.
Hello,
Yes.
teacher.
Hello, Abd Ilah.
I go on it and
Okay. The first question, what was the first currency in China?
cowrie shell.
Yes, cowrie shell. Why are the cowrie shell useful to buy or sell something with it?
because it's durable and
Easier.
easier to carry.
Excellent. They are durable, easy to carry. Better than the goat. It's easy to take cowrie shells, but it's too hard to take my goat and get the milk from it if I want to buy anything. It will be so
Yeah.
hard.
Yes.
And how would you be an entrepreneur? The last thing we discussed.
Uh,
Here is a text if you need it.
okay. Uh, uh, Taking this type of business risk makes you an entrepreneur.
Yes. And what is this type of business? When you spend the cowrie shells with the expectation that another goat will pay
Starts
off
with
later.
later
Yes.
science. Since
And complete, since you can
you
drink
can
or sell
drink
the milk
uh,
it produces.
thinking, thinking, taking
Yeah,
this
taking.
type of business risk makes you an entrepreneur. Brenner,
Entrepreneur. Excellent, ya Bila. Thank you so much. Now
teacher,
let me. What?
I sent you uh, uh, in WhatsApp version and
Hmm.
I will see it now in WhatsApp.
What about the WhatsApp?
Yeah, yeah. Here. Teacher, I sent you
You have
uh,
sent me something on the WhatsApp? Yeah, the
yeah, yeah,
answers.
one version to the law. He
Yeah, yeah.
uh, decide in it. Decide.
I know. I saw
Uh,
them and I
Correct.
was so thankful for you. Yes, correct. You are always excellent, ya Abdullah. Thank you, my friend. And Muhammad Faris also. He didn't forget me with any kind of homeworks. Now we can move to the next text for today, entitled in New Kind of Currency. So till now, before we read this text, we know only about one kind of currency, which is the cowrie shell, right? What about after the cowrie shell? New kinds of currency, like new kinds of money. Muhammad Faris, you can start this text.
New kinds of currency. If you were at the marketplace Roma around 900 BC, you might have used soul as a form of a currency. The item to be worth on salt is still used today. Another form of a currency, metal coins, first emerged in China around 1000 BC. Coins varied in shape, size, and worth by the 7th century BC. Coins made of precious metals such as silver and gold become popular in Europe and the Middle East. These coins are usually around after being weighed on a scale to determine their value. Coins we are stamped with design that start the
Stated,
war.
yeah, that stated their worth. So in this part, he told us about some piece of information about a new kind of currency, which is this metal coin. And it also first appeared in China, like the cowrie shell, because we knew that the cowrie shell started to be appeared or started to appear in China. Also, the metal coin started or appeared in China. But in Rome, okay, you know Rome in Spain. In Rome, they have invented a new kind of currency which is very strange to us, which is salt. You know the salt, the white powder we put it on the food. Muhammad and Abdullah, you know the salt?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, milk.
Yes. Yeah. The salt was a kind of currency in Rome, not in China. When China invented this coin, Rome or the Roman people invented the salt to be a kind of changing or bartering, as we said.
Yeah.
So the Chinese people started to bartering or changing with milk, but in Rome, they started to bartering with salt, which is very strange. And he said another strange idea, which is still used today. Like nowadays, now in these days, in Rome, there are some people who are still changing their goods or their tools with some amount of salt. Very strange, right?
Yeah.
And these metal coins were invented in China also, like the cowrie shell was invented in China. Also, the metal coins were invented in China. In which time? Around 1000 BC. And it was varied, like it changed, not in the same shape. It has many shapes, many size. It was made from gold or silver. And you can know the value of this coin by the shape stamped on it. Like maybe they put on these coins some different shapes, like the shape of a lion, maybe like this is the 100, okay, the value of 100. Maybe the shape of the cat, it will be the 50, okay, the 50 pounds, like this. According to the shape printed or according to the picture printed on the coin, this coin will have another value, okay? Will have another or different value. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
So now, after the salt and the coins, let me move to the paper money. Now, the paper money appeared, like the money we see nowadays. Abdillah, can you start reading for us the paper money?
Carrying of a bag of coins. Coins can be heavy. The weight of coins and metal shortage are two
Shortage.
reasons. Shortage are two reasons. The use of paper money developed
Developed
developed in China and the 10th
10th
country
century.
in 10th century. The earliest European at paper money of the
Appeared
appeared in Sweden at the beginning of the 17th century. Italy started to use paper money about 90 years later. Paper money originally
represented
represented the gold or silver a person had in the bank today. Still, we can tell the value of paper money by reading the number printed on it.
great. So the paper money was invented after they found a problem in the coins. They were still using these kind of coins till they found a problem. What was the problem? The coins.
The coins is heavy. be heavy.
Yeah, it was heavy because it was made of metal, and the metal, as you know, the metal is heavy, right? If you have many or a large amount of these coins in your pocket, it will be so heavy for you. And the metal shortage here, like you don't have enough metal. In sometimes they found that the metal is not founded enough. They can't find enough metal to take it and collect it and make the metal coins from it. So because it was so heavy and not enough, they started to think about another kind of money or a new kind of money to help them buy their goods. Okay, so they started to invent the paper money. And also, like the first kind of money, the cowrie shell, was invented in China. The second kind of money, the coins, was invented in China. The third kind of money, which is the paper money, also was invented in China. Okay, especially or specifically in the 10th century. Okay, and this kind of money, after was invented in China, it was used or appeared in Sweden at the beginning of the 17th century, and also in Italy. Okay, they started to use it or to use the paper money in about 90 years later. And this paper money, how we know this, the value or this of this paper money, especially or specifically, like nowadays, we can see a number on the paper money, right? How can we know that the 5 real is a 5 real when you see the number 5 on it, right? Muhammad and Abdullah,
What?
how can we know the value of the paper money? By the number of it, right?
Yeah.
When we found, for example, how can you know that you have a 5 real when you get it from your pocket and find number 5 on it, right?
Yeah.
How can we know that I have a 50 reals, for example, when you find the number of 50 on it, right?
Yes.
This way, so this way was invented in China in the first beginning of the past years. It was invented in China. They print not like the coins. The coins we need the we know the value of the coin
Yeah.
by the shape printed on the coin. But for the paper money, we know the value of the money by the number printed on the paper money. Okay?
Yeah.
Abdullah, are you still with us?
Yeah.
How do
Yes.
we know the
Yes.
value of the paper money?
Huh?
How do we know the value of the paper money?
When the how can I say it? When the digit printed in the paper.
Yes, when we print the number of the value on the paper, like
On the
5
paper.
real, 1 real, 10 real, 50 or 100 reals. This is the value of this paper money. Let me move to the last text for today. Who was the last reader? Muhammad Faris, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So this one will be with Abdullah. Modern money. Abdullah,
Right.
can you start reading modern money? the money we use nowadays.
Modern money in today global economy exchange exchange
Exchanging
exchanging money
electronically.
electronically is common. Many people use or created
Credit.
debit card to make
Credit or debit
debit
card.
card to make digitally transaction. Numbers on computer screen represent dollars and cents, but on actual
Paper money.
paper money is exchanged as easy as it as to spend money today. Saving money is important when considering spending money. Think of the famous proverb, a penny saved is a penny earned.
Yes. So in this part, you have just told us about the modern money that we use nowadays, like the credit card you use when you go to the hypermarket, for example, and you don't have the paper money or the coins. Do you have to stop and wait, or you can get your credit card and make your transaction or money transfer through the machine? I think all of us now pay money through the machine, right? عبد الإله and Muhammad.
But
What teacher?
Do you know the credit card? We pay with it nowadays.
Yeah, teacher.
So in this part, just
Like Visa, teacher.
yeah, the Visa card or the credit card. It's the same name, the Visa card. When you are at the mall or the market, you pay with the
credit
Visa
card.
card. Yeah, the credit or Visa card, as Abdullah said. So this is the easy way. You don't have to take coins in your pocket with you, or you don't have to take your paper money. You need only to put all your kinds of money in a Visa or credit card. And anywhere you are in, you can pay with it. You can pay any kind of money, and it's safe. Okay, your money can't be stolen from it, right?
Right. Yes.
Yes. So that's it for today. We have covered the first kind of money, the cover shell, then the new kind of currency, which was the coins. And after the coins, we have covered some information about the paper money, which was invented in China. And after that, it was used in Sweden and Italy. And at last, we have talked about the modern way of money, which is the Visa card or credit card. Okay, thank you so much, my friends. Tomorrow we have the last revision session about this topic, the history of money. We have the summary. We are covering the text summary and some simple questions about this topic, inshallah. Thank you so much for being with me, Muhammad Faris and Abdillah. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Happy Ramadan for you.
And me.
Yeah, thank you, Muhammad. Who is this? Hamdan.
Done.
Hamdan, you are so late, ya Hamdan. Where were you, ya Hamdan?
I'm in the period.
Okay. So I'm so sorry, Hamdan, but you are most welcome, you know, my lovely friend. So quick review for Hamdan. Hamdan, we have reviewed the kinds of money, which was the first one, the cowrie shell, which appears in China. Then we have read some information about the metal coins, and we have discussed about the problem of this metal coins, which is heavy and not enough. We can't find it in enough way. So we moved to the paper money, which was invented also in China. And after the Chinese people were using it, it was used in Sweden and Italy also. And we know the value of this paper money by the number printed on it. And at last, we have discovered everything about the modern money, which is a Visa or credit card, like we pay nowadays in the mall or markets, hypers. So tomorrow, inshallah, and then we are gonna discuss the text summary besides the comprehension skill about the main idea and supporting details. It's a kind of writing.
Yeah.
But this part will be discussed tomorrow, inshallah, in tomorrow's session, the text summary and the main idea and supporting details from the text. Thank you so much. Don't be late tomorrow, inshallah, and then we can cover all the information again for you. Okay?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Muhammad Faris. Goodbye, Abdullah. Goodbye, my friend Hamdan.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.